Beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast, and we are here today to talk about our favorite family, the Derricos. As you can see, there's no more watermark. Yay, we got it fixed. We got it all hashed out. All right, let's get into it. So we start off with the whole family looking for Blue. Everybody's like, Blue, Blue. They really think Blue is gonna get lost because he's so tiny and the house is so big. Karen says they've been there for a week and everything is going good. Everybody's enjoying themselves. And what happens? Poppy comes upstairs holding Blue and smiling. Like, I fooled all you dumbasses because I'm trying to make good television. So I want you guys to give them some content, please. So yeah, the kids are happy he had Blue, and Gigi is like, "Yo, you had the kids in a tizzy. Like, what are you doing?" "Oh, I took them outside." "Sure you did. Sure you did." You guys, so apparently they're having a party, 4151 party, because she turned 40, he turned 50, and they weren't able to really have a party or get together. So this year they're inviting people from where they are and people flying in from Detroit. She has to talk to him though. She has something really important to tell him. And again, this is initial reaction. I have not watched this episode, so I am watching it right now. So I don't know what she's about to tell him, guys. She tells him she wants to go on a date, just them, no kids. And I'm like, no, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. You're the one that keep having these kids. You take these kids with you. Don't leave them to Gigi and the honorary Derrico Eric that really needs his hair done, you guys. Eric really needs to do something about that hair. But yeah, no, you stay home with these kids. And of course, Papi says that they have a date night every night when they sit on the couch and watch the news. He's so romantic. They found a piece of land and they take all the kids to it. I guess this is where they want to build their something. So they're explaining to them why they decided to build here because back in the 30s it was segregated. Black people were not allowed on Myrtle Beach. They were just, segregated to this area or these four areas, something she said. But, the kids looked really affected by it, which I cannot stand. I understand you have to teach kids history and all of that, but I'm telling you, when my daughter was little, I really, really struggled with letting her watch Roots and stuff because I didn't want her to feel inferior. I was like, okay, I want her to know history, but right now she doesn't know anything about this whole inferior feeling. I don't know. I'm just torn. History is important, so I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the way that they looked so down and like it was the first time they had ever heard about racism or whatever. It was just a little yeah, a little touching. Go to Karen's aunt house for dinner. Apparently it's Sunday dinner. Karen said that back in the day they used to always meet up at one house for Sunday dinner. Her kids don't, have that experience, so she wanted them to experience that. So she called her aunt and said, "Hey, next time you cook, make sure you have enough for 20 more people." I said, Jesus, just have a party, auntie. Have a party. So they get there. It's cute. Let's say I am happy that Karen is getting to be around her people. I think that's very important. And you can tell that she really missed that. And yeah, I'm happy for her. Oh hell, she didn't just messed up everything in the kitchen telling the women she want to tell Derrico she want to move there full time. I'm like, you pushing it. I was just happy for you. Now you pushing it. And y'all, they show her mama. Her mama turned around and looked like, girl, her mama is not about it. She is not babysitting all them kids. And you pregnant again, supposedly. But I mean, we'll see. We hope she is for real, but we'll see. But yeah, her mom does not look to be about it. So mama say, listen, you just going out to dinner for to tell him about the move, right? Nothing else. Mom's still picking because she know that girl is pregnant, or at least she's saying she's pregnant. And she say, listen, I gotta watch y'all because y'all go on a date and then come back and one of the aunties said, well, more Doritos. And she start laughing, but no, mama ain't playing. And by the way, what the hell mama got on in the kitchen? What you got on in the kitchen, man? Are you about to go do some army crawling and all that? What you doing in the fatigue? I mean the hats and everything. What you got on? Respectfully. In the car on their way to a boardwalk or something. They said to have some fun, and Karen tells what's his name, Dion, that Darian, the oldest child, wants to go to her high school full time. He's like, "Oh, you just saw them little boys," and she's laughing or whatever. And in the confessional, she's like, "He's not wrong." I'm like, if you don't sit your little hot ass down, They are going to have to do something with oldest child. I'm telling you, she's a sweetie pie. She looks like she's a sweetie pie. And that could be a problem as well. I mean, she is just too hot in the ass right now. Girl, it's going nowhere. Trust me, it's going nowhere. You can hold off a minute. Please use birth control. Little mama, please, because I really feel like she is trying to be like her mom, you guys. I do. And a couple of you guys do too. A couple of family members out there do too in the comments. Um, but you got, I mean, I understand her saying she wants to go back to school. She wants a locker. She wants to switch classes and be around people. Yeah, she should definitely be back around people again. They don't need to homeschool her. Eric is not a real teacher. Apparently, Karen is always sick during all of her pregnancies. That is a lot of being sick. Like, seriously, that's a lot of being sick. And that's a lot of you not having a problem with being sick. Just think about it, you guys. Look at how many kids she got or has, and she is sick with every pregnancy. Number one, yeah, that's just not good for her body. What is she thinking? Go buy tickets, and he's like, yeah, we need 18 more tickets or whatever. And the guy is like, is it a family reunion or something? No, it's one family. God, that's a lot. And I'm like, you mind your goddamn business. Now listen, we could talk about them, and we could talk about it being a lot, but you don't get to talk about them, sir. If you don't understand or know who they are, just give them the tickets and move on. I don't like that. I mean, I feel like it's kind of rude a little bit. I mean, I guess it's normal that people are going to have an opinion, but I don't know. That's just a little rude. But I'm a little touchy and sensitive too, so. They get on the Ferris wheel. I guess it's called the Sky Wheel, and they're all excited. Gigi, not so much. She's like, listen, I don't care for none of this shit. And I was like, Gigi better keep it real. So it's showing them all up there. Again, they're all excited. Some of them are scared. Eric is with some of the kids. Y'all, they do a really good job of keeping away from each other. Don't y'all think? Like during the day, I mean, from what we see, him and Dion, they not in the same car together and everything. They do a really good job. Anyway, next, all you hear is don't push the button, and then it stops. Dallas, little badass, then push the button. And when I tell you, I didn't think it was funny. I was like, Gigi, that it's just not funny. I'm sorry. I don't like bad kids, you guys. I don't. Number one, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like kids. I don't like kids. I like my daughter. I like my nieces and nephews, and I like my friends' kids. Like kids that I have to be around and I have to love. I love those kids. Other kids, I do not. I don't need them. I don't want to hear them at play and around my house or anything. I don't want anything to do with a whole lot of kids. But I would not mind a lot of grandbabies. But yeah, I don't like especially bad kids. Why'd you push the button? Ugh. And did y'all see when they got off and he got told on? All the kids couldn't wait to tell the mama that he the one that pushed the red button. And she gonna hug him talking about you not in trouble. Why not? Why is he not in trouble? You don't touch stuff you ain't supposed to be touching. You see it's red. You see it says emergency. Listen, he needs to be in trouble. Okay, then Eric and Darian get on the slingshot, and fun was had by all. A fun time was had by all. We are back at the condo. Y'all, they so loud. And the condo, of course, is like in a building, like an apartment setting. And I can just imagine the people around there. These kids just running around, and they so loud. I mean, I'm sure there's no way to stop it. It's so many of them. But, oh, God bless the neighbors. I promise I'm not gonna be negative the whole review. I promise I'm not. But mom and dad come stepping out, all the kids in the front room with Gigi, and they like, where you going? Because you all dressed up. He literally has on a burgundy jogging suit and some slides. I BS you not. He has on a burgundy jogging suit, and they said he's dressed up. Okay. He says Karen is taking him out for dinner. And also earlier when she was talking about going on a date, he was like, you trying to court me? I'm like, dude, flip it around the other way. Like, come on. Matu comes. Okay, she gonna help babysit. Look at that. While they're leaving, you have the mother-in-laws in there sitting. Gigi's going on and on about how much she likes Matu, and I'm like, she likes Matu more than she likes Karen. She does. Matu says she's trying, she was excited about keeping the kids while they're here for this little bit of time, and I'm like, no, ma'am, your daughter's trying to come back to you. So the kids are making up a performance for Mommy and Poppy, and Gigi and them was like, "Yeah, that sounds like fun." And yeah, whenever you want to get rid of the kids, I know that used to work for us when we was all with our cousins and everything. It was a lot of us. Yeah, go make up some dances. Go figure out something to entertain us later. And we would go and we would be out of their hair for a long time making up dances. So that's what they're doing. Them twins, they a little bad, y'all. I'm talking about one of the girls that's cranky and got an attitude, and it should just be them. I'm like, how y'all just gonna go from everybody to just y'all two? Yeah, they're making up a song, they're making up a dance. I'm I'm gonna have to fast forward past this a little bit. We're on a date and it's going well, lots of compliments, lots of beauty, good food, all that. And finally she says, "Listen, what if we just move here full time?" He says, "Girl, girl, girl, no, he didn't say all that, but he did say girl, girl." And then the confessional, he said, "You chose this time, to pull the rug from under me." And I'm like, that's what she was wooing you and everything for. I feel like it's a lot too. She is really pushing it, especially knowing that his mom don't want no parts of it. So now you want him to be away from his only family. I don't know. So he tells her, "Nah, not gonna happen. We live in Vegas." And she's like, "Well, my whole family is here." He's like, "Your family been here. We've been together 16 years, and your family has been here the entire time we've been in Vegas." And he's saying no. She's saying, "We're gonna open a business. We're gonna need to be here." He's like, "Nah, it's just not gonna happen." I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. I understand. Yeah, I mean, if you have a business, you're gonna want to be close by. But y'all, from what I heard, allegedly, they are not actually married. Is that true, you guys? There's a lot going on. Again, I say Google the fam, but yeah, I just say Google. Back at the house, Karen says after their disagreement, they needed some time apart. So he is out with the boys and she's home with the girls. And when she said boys, I was thinking maybe his friends made it in because they're about to have his party. But nope, I guess she means the actual boys. They're little boys because it's just her and the girls. And the girls are really excited to be spending time with their mom. It's so sweet and sad at the same time. Like, how many times has Darian said, I mean, poor girl is just looking for some attention, really. So the girls do her makeup, and yeah, one of them says she like a vampire. She look like a monster. It just looks like whatever they put all over her face. What is that, foundation or whatever? I don't wear makeup like that, you guys, so I don't know if it was foundation or some kind of concealing cream or something. I don't know, but it wasn't her shade. And I'm like, but sis, that's your makeup, ain't it? Like, do you wear that normally? But as they're doing that, she's asking about living there permanently. And right away, they all said no, no. Even Darian, who originally said she wanted to go to school there, nah, she want to go to school in Vegas. She want to go back to school, but in Vegas with her friends. Karen, foiled again. Karen says since all the kids, are talking like they don't really want to leave, she has to rethink it because they do everything as a family and their feelings matter. And I'm like, girl, sounds good. But when I tell you, when we were little and my mom was ready to move from the city to the suburbs, we cried like nobody's business. We fussed, we did all kind of stuff. And no, you're moving. And that was that. And it turned out fine, of course. All right, they do some practicing before standing before the city council or whatever, yada yada. Then we come back there on the beach. He's out with the guys, all right, Eric and the guys. So here they are spending a little time together. They're walking this little dog, and he's so nasty. Talking about, oh, he really needs to defecate because he is passing all kind of gas. Just nasty. Just talk regular, Dion. Speak regular. Thing is so extra with him, I swear. But you guys, I am trying to pull anything out of this episode because it's nothing. There's nothing here. This episode wasn't giving at all. Like, wasn't too much going on. I really cannot wait for her mom to find out. Like, come on, give us something. Here I am always complaining about him trying to make good TV. And then when there's no drama, yeah, I'm a little bored. Oh, y'all can just forget about it. They're not moving because Eric said, no, no, sir. Listen, I'm not moving. He gave him this big old speech about, listen, this is all you. Listen, it's us, baby. It's us. If we move, we gonna need you to move too because you part of the family. It's me and you. I mean, no, it's me and the fam and you. And Eric was just like, nah, listen, I love the fam and everything, but I'm not trying to live here. So yeah, Derrico's not moving there. Trust. They're standing before the town, little town meeting, and all the people are smiling automatically. Like, of course they're gonna get whatever it is. They're trying to do a pavilion, Dorico's Fun Time Pavilion or something like that. And she's starting off with how she's from there and everything. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna say yes to this because look at all the cute little kids. How can you say no to that? So the councilwoman was really taken by them. She said they are very polite, very mannerable, very cute kids. They did their little poster boards. Darian said she wanted to have a mental health room. I really wanted to hear more about this room. What is that all about? What does that entail? They were saying something about an all inclusive arcade, all ages arcade. And I don't know, from that, I kind of got that maybe people with different disabilities would be able to play some of the games. And I really kind of wish they would have went a little bit more into it. So it was very interesting for me that I wanted to hear more about the concept because at first I was thinking, oh, who cares? I don't care. But I mean, as they're giving their presentation, yeah, let's talk about it a little bit more. What do you mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? Okay, so to wrap up this episode, not episode, but this scene, Karen starts crying. They tell them they're going to let them know. They said the kids did a really good job articulating their ideas and they would let them know next month. I'm like, no, 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 no. They're not going to be there next month. All right, it's time for the party. And everybody looks nice. Gigi looks really cute. Eric is all dressed up. Okay. It actually looks like it's his party. He looks like the birthday boy. Yeah, Karen says they met on the dance floor, yada yada. Party looks, I mean, when are the other guests coming? That's I mean, again, I am watching this as I go along and I have not seen anyone but them and the kids so far. Okay, I jumped the gun. So Gigi's friends came in from Detroit. She's very touched by it. She's crying. I'm like, don't make Eric cry because he came over to comfort her. And he won't he gonna cry. If you let him cry, he gonna cry. So I'm like, Gigi, stop crying, please. But yeah, she really missed her friends from Detroit. And I'm like, they ain't even in Vegas with you. Maybe Gigi wanna go back to Detroit. Oh God, y'all, what is going on? Eric is like, you like the girl in the glitter? Talking to one of the little boys. I like her dress. I like the glitter. I like the glitter. And he's like, oh, you looking at her butt? I know I'm looking at her butt. I'm like, no, you're not. You're really not. Don't even try it. So they get him to come up and dance with her. He looks very uncomfortable, very out of place. Dion is saying, go, Eric, even though he's really like, dude, if you don't sit down and stop touching her, we don't play that, okay? We don't play that. Yeah, very uncomfortable moment. But Eric said he looked good. And I said, oh, okay, all right. And he said his dance moves don't look good, but he looked good. Okay. Why all these little kids know he got this girl phone number? Why did you tell all these little kids? They are literally his best friends. Okay, the kids do a little dance and stuff. It's so funny because the little boys are talking about how Montu was barely moving, but Gigi was like, let's get it. I'm like, of course she was. You guys, this is the never ending episode. It just will not go off. And there is absolutely nothing really happening here. So if you are still with me, you are the real MVP for real, because we still have like 2 minutes. All right, bear with me. If you have not already, please subscribe. Please do. And hopefully the next review will be better because hopefully they're going to give us a little bit more. All right, so he talks to her. You guys, he just has no dress clothes. Like literally, Eric was all dressed up. Karen was all dressed up. Gigi, like most of them, all dressed up except for the actual birthday boy. Like when I tell you he had on a polo, just a button down, and I use that very loosely because I don't think it was Ralph Lauren for real. I don't think it was a Ralph Lauren polo. But that's all he had on and some jeans. And I'm like, dress yourself up. What are you doing? But anyway, he told her that he is willing to live there 6 months out of the year. Great. And that is where it ended. So hopefully, again, like I said, next week will be better. If you are still here, thank you very much. I appreciate you. If you have not already, please subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.